Joe Budden screams on Michael B. Jordan for getting upset that L'Oreal called him corny. What up, words? Your boy Challz Brown back again, talking facts. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe, hit the notification bell. All right, man. Budden got an issue with Michael B. Jordan for quote-unquote disrespecting this sister on the red carpet. If you don't know what happened, a video clip surfaced of Michael B. Jordan on the red carpet for his movie Creed 3. When I want to say reporter, but she's a blogger, right? She does different things. And she has a podcast, right? L'Oreal, her name is L'Oreal. And I don't know much about this woman, right? But I know my daughter knows her, and she was like, oh, this chick is super rude and super ignorant to mad people. But now she wants to do this reporting from the red carpet stuff, so now she wants to fake and act like she's this upstanding citizen. I don't know this woman at all, but I do know that when she approached Michael B. Jordan on the red carpet, she said, oh, we go way back. We go back to the same school back in the day. And he said, oh yeah, the corny kid, right? And she was like, I didn't say that. I must have got misquoted. I never said that. He's like, no, I heard you. You said the corny kid. And she's like, oh, whatever she said after that, right? She starts laughing fakely, and then he moves on. And then another clip of it, she put the rest of it up where she says, you're not corny anymore. And he looks at her, and the clip goes off, right? So, Budden still has his podcast, which you do remember has gone through its own trials and tribulations, but it's still on somehow, some way, right? And when I first started this channel, I went on and on about Budden because, not when I first started, but as the channel was growing, I used to do videos about Joe Budden. And his podcast was always in some type of drama. Budden was in drama when he was on Everyday Struggle. Budden was in drama with his own podcast, which he ended up destroying and rebuilding with two new co-hosts. Lo and behold, one of the co-hosts of the podcast right now is feeling away about, guess what? Contracts. But the podcast still is going on. And for some reason, Budden has responded and reacted to this viral clip. He got so upset with the clip, he's screaming over everyone on the podcast, saying, this is why you're corny. Newsflash, Michael B. Jordan, you're corny. And only a corny dude would treat this young sister like this. This is what he said. I didn't make this up. And he said, this is why people feel that you're corny, and this is the kind of thing a corny dude would do. So you just continue to prove that you are corny. And I actually got a real issue with this because, first of all, he didn't disrespect this woman. He did not disrespect L'Oreal. First of all, I don't care if it's 100 years later. And I'm on a movie that I'm producing and I'm doing big things. I'm one of the hottest actors in the world. Right? And you went to school with me, and in the entire time you made my life hell in school. You admittedly made fun of me. And not only did she make fun of him in high school, which is the problem some people are having an issue with. Most people understand what he did was right. Let's just get that out the way. He should have checked her right there and there. You don't got to bite your tongue when somebody's sitting there making it like, oh, you remember me? We go way back. No, boo. Nah, you just called me corny. And as a matter of fact, he was referring to a 2021 podcast. This wasn't even about nothing in high school. She referred to him as corny in 2021, which wasn't that long ago, bro. It wasn't quite 2 years ago because we only in January. We just got out of February. So 2021 was not that long ago. She did a podcast, and one of the girls on the podcast said he's corny. She went on to co-sign it by saying, we used to make fun of him in high school. We used to clown him because his name was Michael Jordan, and we used to clown him for trying to be an actor. And he was walking around with a headshot, and they were like, what you gonna do with that stupid headshot? So imagine him getting clowned by these females. It's nothing worse than getting clowned in school, but getting clowned by females, that's mean girl stuff. So of course he's not gonna forget that as he's walking around with his stupid headshot. Mind you, Michael B. Jordan was on The Wire in high school. He was already making it as an actor. So while she's laughing, calling him corny, this dude is doing something. So the simple fact, you with The Wire got to be 20 years or more, right? So you're going to come back 20-something years later or however long it is and try to rub up on me and talk about we go way back? And you just called me corny a year and a half ago? Keep the same energy. We say that all the time, keep the same energy. He had every right to do that. And the simple fact that Budden, who I've dealt with Budden personally in several situations. I've been on the phone, Budden. Budden has no right to call nobody corny. Some of the most basic situations, Budden will make it corny, right? So the simple fact of the matter is, I'm trying to figure out why you screaming at the top of your lungs, calling this man corny when he checked the broad that was trying to actually play him. Don't try to build your name on your podcast, rubbing up on me, talking about we go way back, so you can use the clip later talking about my friend Michael B. Jordan when you were calling me corny not even 2 years ago. Right? She got checked like she was supposed to get checked. Now, you may argue he should have kept it professional and left that for the behind the scenes. Everybody don't got to do what you say they got to do. I do not feel by the slightest that he was corny about it. I feel like he kept it real, which is if you don't listen, everybody don't got to be your level of professionalism, right? People say what's on their mind a lot in this business. Sometimes somebody's going to tell you something that they really feeling. Everybody make it like he's supposed to hide it and, oh, he should have just said that behind the scene. The dude sitting beside Joe Budden, right? The dude sitting beside Joe Budden like, I agree. This yes man ass goofball over here. I agree with you. Yeah, he should have said that. Who is this guy? Right? And at the end of the day, let's just leave it at this, right? I don't care if that was the second grade. If that's what he felt, he's supposed to say that. Don't Budden say what he feel? How many times does this guy bite his tongue? Don't he got a podcast that all he does is talk crap about everybody else? Right? That's all this guy does all day. Is talk crap about somebody else. But he gonna call somebody corny when they keep it a buck? And they say what they feel? The simple fact of the matter of, I feel like this guy, I can't think of many other people in podcasting as corny as Joe Budden. On every level. Right? Shady, shiesty, corny, all the goofy words you could come up with. And for him to judge this man and say he's corny for calling out a chick that's sitting there obviously trying to play with him. Because she knows she just said that about him. She didn't think he heard it. And she knows she used to bully him in high school and she thought he forgot. She tried to run up on him and play games with him and he wasn't for the games. I don't find that corny. Right? And a lot of people are going to call you corny when you're doing your thing to get your dreams off. Because you can't be super cool and get your dreams off at the same time. Sometimes you're going to have to do some things you might not want to do. You might have to take some roles that you don't want to take, and you might have to walk around with a headshot of yourself. But that's what it calls to be an actor. Until you can get to where you are, where you in Creed 1, 2, and 3, right? Where you're in Black Panther, where you in a whole bunch of movies that are paying you to be there, and they sitting there trying to be vloggers and bloggers and call you corny. So the simple fact of the matter to me, we all know Budden is a hater, right? And I'm going to leave it at that. Budden has shown that he's hating. But I wanted to come out in defense of Michael B. Jordan. And this chick L'Oreal, who I do not know, I don't watch a lot of ratchet stuff, so I wouldn't know what she's in, right? I watch some stuff that's maybe considered low budget, right? Or ghetto. But I don't watch a lot of reality. I don't watch that. So I don't know who this brought in from a can of paint. All I know is I laughed when I saw the scene of him checking her. Now, for a grown man to come out and try to defend a chick that's clearly trying to play with a guy, it's make you suspect, right? I feel like Budden has always been low-key. His energy has always been bad. And when he came to my city, when I brought him here, my wife directly had to check him one-on-one and say, we from Jersey, why you acting like an asshole? And from that point on, at that particular event, he hugged everybody. He cleaned up his act that night. I tell that story all the time just for people to understand that this guy is a habitual line stepper. So I want to just be clear. Budden is wrong and goofy for this situation. And I think this chick got what she deserved, and she knows it. And I'm going to salute Michael B. Jordan for keeping his composure, because a lot of dudes would have took it even further and said a lot more stuff than, oh, you remember me? I'm the corny guy. And that's all he said. He tried to say, I was misquoted. He said, no, I heard you. And he left it at that. So there was no disrespect. Salute to Michael B. Jordan for keeping it a buck. That's all I got to say about that. Let me know what you think in the comments. CLBMG.com. Go check that out. We got new music. We got new shows, podcasts every week. Wednesday night, we go live 8:30 with Clash Brothers. And then Thursday night, we got a new show called Martinis and Prosecco's. 2 different shows. They really great. We got a whole bunch of new stuff coming up. CLBMG Network is about to blow. We got some stuff in production. I want y'all to stay focused and keep up with us. I'm going to catch y'all on that flip side. Peace.
CLB.